Hello and welcome to Tech Checker. Today I'm going to be showing you this Nooie WiFi camera. It's an indoor security surveillance camera, pet monitor. It's a full HD 1080. It's got infrared night vision. It's also got two-way audio, so you can speak and hear. It's compatible with Android and Apple phones, so I'll be testing it out with my iPhone later. I'll download the app and see how it goes. Right, so let's have a look. Let's get something to undo this box. So let's have a look. And this is currently $27.99. Now we're having a new kitchen installed, we're repainting everywhere. I've got an old CCTV camera which works fine, but because obviously it's been up for probably about 2 years, it's starting to go a bit yellowy, so obviously because we're having a new decorating, we want a new camera so it looks nice and neat. So first what it says here, thank you for your purchase. Return policy 60 days. Free new product test. Follow you can get a, looks like you might be able to get a free memory card out of it or something, but anyway, there you go. So I've noticed on the back here it's got Amazon Web Services, so it's obviously authorised by Amazon or packed by Amazon to have that on there. It's 5 volt 1 amp, so that means you can run it from a USB. Compatible with Android 4.4 and iOS 8.0. So that's the old ones. If you've got like an old iPad or something, it should work. Right, let's have a look. So there's the actual camera itself. There's the back of it. Got a cover over the lens at the moment. It's got a little slot on the side here for the SD card to fit into, and then up the back here we've got the slot for the micro USB. Now you've got a reset button there. Looks like it could be the speaker there as well. I'll take that off in a minute. It's good, so it can go flat against the wall like that, which is quite handy, or you can tilt it up. It hasn't got a left and right movement by the look of it, so you can stick it onto the wall or have it on a worktop. Stick it on the wall. It comes with a double-sided sticky pad. What I definitely would recommend you do before you stick anything on it is to either take a photograph of the back of this, because it's obviously got the QR scan and all that sort of stuff on it, because once you start that on there you're not going to be able to get it off, or possibly try and peel the label off. I think probably the best bit would be to take a picture of it with your phone, just so you've got it for future reference, and then, because obviously once this is stuck on it, because it's 3M, the chance of you getting it off is very slim. So you get a USB adapter plug and a USB lead. Now one thing I've noticed with this, it hasn't got any form of network adapter, so it's completely wireless. You can't plug in a network lead like one of these, like you do on most cameras. You have to plug in a lead. This is completely wireless, so you can set it up as long as you're within your wireless range. You'll be able to set it up pretty much anywhere. So let's see what it says in the instructions. Something else I'm going to try is to connect this up with a external battery. I'm sure I've got one somewhere. Charger. So I'm going to use this external USB battery bank. I'm going to see if I can run it off of that. So let's have a look what it says on there. Right, yep, so the back is the speaker. That's the reset button. Let's peel this off here. So we've got a microphone on the top and a status light on the bottom. And it's saying about using double-sided sticky tape to run it. Oh, that's quite smart actually, I just noticed that on the picture. On the USB itself, if you can have a look at that, it's got a slight curve on it. So when it fits into the camera, it fits in nice and flush. So that's nice. So right against the wall, you can have it running like so. Let's put that there for the moment. So that's all plugged in, ready to rock and roll. Download the Nooie app and create an account. So let's have a look. Let's go to the App Store. Search Nooie. Just come up with the app there. Click get. Just downloading the app now. I'm going to plug this into this external, which also means the lights come on, which also means theoretically I could connect this to my internet on my mobile phone, because obviously you can make the iPhones, if you've got a data plan, you can have it as a wireless connection, make this as like the wireless device, so you could potentially connect the camera to it and have the camera anywhere you like within range of your phone. Just a thought. Okay, so it's asking me to set up an account. I'm just going to do that quickly. Usually does not access. Right, sign up. So you've got to sign up. So create an account. Let's put the password in. Get verification code. Right, so no verification code has been sent to my email. So I'm just going to check that. I've had no email sent through yet. So just check while this is on. Connect the camera to a power and let them wait for 15 seconds. The red light starts flashing. Check. Open the app, add camera on the front page. Can't do that yet. Follow the instructions, and it also says 5GHz is not supported. Now I don't know whether you're like me. I've got a Sky Hub, and I believe BT do the same. Basically, they normally transmit at 5 GHz because that's a faster network speed. But if you go into your router settings, you can actually set up a 2.4 and a 5 GHz setup. So that's what I've done. So I've got two basically Wi-Fi's in my house. One's a 2.4 and one's a 5. All I do is name one 2.4 at the end and one 5, so I know which one's which. And then when it comes to connecting the cameras and stuff like that, I use a 2.4. I found that every camera I've ever had has been the same. That only ever connect to the 2.4 GHz one. They won't connect to the 5 GHz one for some reason. So just so that you know. Okay, so I've tried it again on a Gmail account and see if that makes any difference. A verification code has been sent to my email address. I've just heard it ping, so I'm hoping that's going to be the one. Right, so it looks like it's come through. So it says welcome to Nooie, there, and then it's got the code. Copy, and I've got put the code in. Confirm. It's asking me now to set a password up. So I've done that. So it's asking me to sign in now. Now it's saying add camera. There's a little plus sign there. It says add camera. So I'm going to click on that. And then I've got the Nooie indoor camera. Please make sure your red light is flashing. Red light is on and flashing, which it is. Next, please put in the... Right, my phone's connected to the wrong internet. Like I said earlier, if you've got a... I've got two set up. I've got 5 GHz and then I've got the 2.4. So I'm going to connect to the 2.4 one. Go back to the app. And then I'm going to put in the password. Place the QR in front of your camera. Place this QR in front of your camera 3 to 6 inches away. Click to enlarge the image. So put that in front of the camera. It's made a beep. That's the QR thing for the camera. Next, pairing. Sounds very flash. So I did have a trouble with one of my email accounts, but that could just be down to my end. I put a Gmail account in and it went straight through within a couple of seconds. Again, just remember, if you've got a new Wi-Fi router, the chances are it's going to be set to 5 GHz. Make sure that you can set to 5 and 2.4. So this is going in my kitchen, so I'm going to call it kitchen camera. Okay, and then there we go. Firmware update. So it's already said that there's a firmware update, so I'm going to do that straight away. You can name the kitchen, name it what you want, blah blah blah. Let's call that, and there we go. Upgrade. So it's updating the camera as we speak. It's at 95%, 96, 95 actually. Refresh it. There we go, and there's a picture of my ugly mug on there. That's all working, so that's pretty straightforward. You can zoom in and zoom out. Let's go that way. You can subscribe for secure online storage if you want. I'm not going to bother with that, but I mean the picture's pretty good. You can zoom right in there.
Live.
Oh, let's take that off. Right, so you can have your microphone on. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah. 1 2 3 1 2 3. So there you go, you can hear me speaking through the microphone on here, which then speaks to that. So if you've got a dog which is not settling and you want to be checking in on it, you can speak to the dog. You can also record. You can also set up motion detection. You can do camera sharing, invitation, invite people to view from your camera. So you've got a status light, you can turn that on and off. I've turned it on, turn it off, and just flip that up so you can see. So there's a status light, off, on. You can rotate the image, so depending on if you have it upside down or whatever, how you want to get it fit. You've got normal and high quality video. I had it on normal and it looked pretty good. Motion detection, you can have close, low, medium or high. Sound detection, low, medium and high. Storage, you can obviously stick a SD card in there and it will loop the recording. It will record over the oldest part of the memory card. You can also set up for a cloud storage if you want to. If you want to store it on the cloud, camera sharing, camera info. Just trying to see if there's a way you can get it to email yourself. So it doesn't look like it's got push email, but it might have push to the phone. So let me have a look. So if I put the motion detection onto low, you can choose the times. Just going to leave it like that for a second. Okay, so there, device kitchen, it just come up with a notification. Oh, it's gone now. Audio recording, status light, image rotate, image quality, storage. Let me get an SD card for it. So let's stick this SD card in. Not sure which way it goes around. There we go. Right, so I've got an SD card in there now. Sound, kitchen device, storage, format SD card, format, are you sure? Yes. Your SD card is formatted. After completion, please wait at least 6 minutes before accessing new recordings. Okay. It's telling me it's formatting now. Bearing in mind this is all running off a battery bank at the moment. This isn't recording on, this isn't connected to my any power source, the plug or anything. Plug there. It's just connected to a battery bank. Okay, so it's saying basically that I've got to wait 6 minutes. 6 minutes study pressure on, and I'll come back and have a look in 6 minutes. Just turn that up. Okay, so I've got the camera back up. It's been on for a while now, so you can record by hitting record. It's asking if I want to gain access to things. So record, and then it comes up there saying the little clock and a countdown. Press stop so you can record, and then that records to my photos. So if I now go into, let me just go to my photos. Okay, so there it is in my photos. It comes up there, and the little clock and a countdown. So that's recorded onto my photos, and the same thing as if you want to take a picture, just take a picture like so, and that saves to your photos as well. Now if I go to today, it's loading up now. There's a little timer at the bottom, and then any no recordings found. Let me just go through till I find the recording. Oh, there you go, there's one. So that's now playing a recording from earlier where it's picked up a sound. As you can see, the clock's counting there, so that's obviously recorded something from earlier on. Just going to find something else. There you go.
Okay, so I've left it a while.
There you go, this is from earlier on.
I'm now going to go to the storage.
There you go, so that's that. So that shows you that it's recording, which is handy. It obviously records onto the micro SD card, and when your micro SD card's full up, it will then automatically go onto the oldest recording and rewrite over that. So obviously the larger the memory card you've got, the more space it's going to be able to hold. So yeah, it's a really cheap security camera. You could have it in a caravan or something like that. All you need is a power supply basically. You could use a power bank like so. It hasn't even used any of the power on the power banks. Obviously the drain on it's really low. You've got the sticker so you can mount it to the wall if you want to mount it to a wall. On the back, say make sure you get a copy of that because you might need it. Comes with a power adapter as well if you need a power adapter for the mains. It's quite a neat one. It's one of the ones that flips out. Travel charger, so you can use it to charge up stuff as well. 5 volt, 1 milliamp, 1 amp basically. So providing you've got a device which is 1 amp, you're going to be able to connect the camera up. So yeah, hopefully this video has been of some help. If it has, give it a thumbs up.